help support my channel. I have merch with terrible dinosaur puns on it, and I also have a Patreon where I have giveaways every 4 months. Speaking of giveaways, it's that time again. It's Patreon giveaway time, so if you would like your chance to win your own personal custom made by me, just head to my Patreon and become a member. Best of luck! Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode. Today I'll be customizing this Indominus Rex Snap Squad figure and turning it into the Hypospino from the game The Isles. This was requested by the winner of the giveaway I held not too long ago. So, usually in these simple custom videos I do a story time, but I really can't think of any interesting stories to tell and share with you guys. So, I'm going to take a big risk here and read a book that I've been working on for a while now. The book was originally just meant to be for me and my friends to read. It wasn't intended for anyone else to ever read or lay their eyes upon it, or ears in this case. So please be gentle in the comments if you like it or not, because yes, I'm not a writer, I just felt like writing a book. But yes, please tell me if you like it in the comments below, but be gentle. Okay, so let's get to the story, and I hope you all enjoy. The Last Rider. Prologue. The Last. The snow fell slowly through the chilling night, silence only broken by clinking chains. A girl crouched beside a stone monument, strange carvings from a past long ago etched into it. Around it, frozen chains looped, leading to the girl's hands, her hands bruised and scarred from extended wear of her shackles. A black, muddy, blood-like stain covered her arms and legs. Her sickly, white, scarred skin pulled tight over her bones, her body laid bare to the cold. Red, matted hair hung over her face as dark, empty eyes stared into nothingness. Fear, pain, and sadness had long left her soul. Now only hatred and darkness filled its place. "I'll kill them," she growled in a low tone. "I'll kill them all," she yelled into the empty night. Anger raged within her as she gripped her chains. Drunken laughter could be heard coming up the long stony path that led to her chains in the once sacred ground she stood on, ground that beast and rider stood bonded over many generations. But not this generation, not this one. A grin slid across the girl's face. "My rider, he comes." Her darkened eyes lifted to meet the glow of the torch that crept up the path. Laughter could be heard as 3 men appeared at the stone arch entrance. 2 of the men carried swords and wore leather armor. The other wore a thick fur coat covering his finely detailed clothes. A golden twisted band wrapped around his forehead and through his white hair. His ice blue eyes met the dark girl's stare. "Hate me, do you?" The man laughed, a quick glare forming on his face. The armored men fell silent as the finely dressed man approached the girl. "You wouldn't be here if you'd just soul bond with me," he snapped as he pointed his silken red gloves at the frail girl, her dark glaring eyes unmoving. "You think I want this for us? You think this brings me joy?" He snapped again, the girl still not moving her gaze, her dark eyes locked on. "Hand me a sword," the man yelled, reaching his arm back to the armored men. The armored men hesitated for a moment. Then one walked forward, unsheathing his sword and handing it over. A red silk glove wrapped around the hilt of the sword as he snatched it from his armored companion. He pointed the sword at the girl. "Bond with me," he shouted. The girl did not move. "Fine, then," he growled as he stepped forward, allowing the blade to slide across her cheek. Warm blood slid down the girl's face, her dark eyes still locked onto his. "Death will not find you tonight, but I will make you suffer." The man gritted his teeth. A wide grin slid across the girl's face as a dry throat giggle broke through her cracked lips. "Death," she giggled. "Yes, death will not come for me. Never for me." "If you don't like it, then bond with me," the man snapped, slight confusion coming across his face. The girl had never talked back to him before. In fact, this glaring business was new too, he thought. She'd always been so fearful, so weak, such a crybaby. A chill fell down his spine. "No," Death will not come for me tonight. An even darker grin formed on the girl's face. But it will come for you. The frozen chain shattered as the girl's body burst out of shape, her body bending and cracking unnaturally. Her jaw hung open, sharp pointed teeth forming as she groaned. One of the armoured men moved between the girl and the white-haired man, unsheathing his sword and pointing it up at the now very tall, very unsettling body of the girl. Black fur burst out, covering her body, a wolf-like appearance taking hold. "Come, sire! We must leave!" The other armoured man yelled. He grabbed at the fur coat, trying to pull his companion away. Chilling words slipped through the lips of the white-haired man. "Black Dread." In a flash of movement, black, teeth-filled jaws locked around the man, his fur coat dripping with blood as the black beast lifted him off the ground. With a sickening crunch, he was swallowed whole. A sword fell to the ground, a silk-covered hand still attached. The two men slowly crept back, tears swelling in their eyes as fear raged through them. Their master, long dead. The beast fell forward onto its claws and shook. Snow flicked from its body. It paid no mind to the men cowering in fear. One of the men made a break for it, sprinting to the stone arch, crying, "Sound the alarm! We're under attack!" The beast twisted its body, allowing its body to stretch and crack. The final man stood frozen, still pointing his sword up at the monster that stood before him. A bell rang out, as yelling could be heard. A warm glow started to form as the castle awoke from its slumber. The beast lifted its head to the sky beyond the wall that surrounded it. With one powerful leap, it was gone into the night. A few cries of fear could be heard, but death did not visit again that night. The last night of beasts and riders. The night the beast ate her rider. I hope you all enjoyed the reading of my book, The Last Rider. It was just the prologue today, just to test the waters, but let me know if you want to hear more, and I hope you enjoyed watching the custom I made. I'm currently working on a fully hand-sculpted new Spinosaurus, showing off the new tail of the Spinosaurus that was found this year. So that should be a video coming up, and yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!